Hi, I'm Richard Vague with Tychos. This week, we'll explore a key issue behind the recent rioting across a number of cities in the UK, which were among the worst in its recent history and were sparked by the fatal stabbing of 3 young girls at a dance class in the seaside town of Southport. It was centered among a working class 3 generations deep in post-industrial decay and welfare dependency, and this tragedy was followed by misinformation used to intensify anti-immigrant, especially anti-Muslim sentiments, with these riots followed by anti-racist counter-protests. So let's look at the same data for the UK that we've recently examined for the US and Germany, looking at both historical and recent trends in its immigration and demographics. We start in 2004 in the UK, a pivotal year during which the European Union expanded to include 10 new member states, mostly from Central and Eastern Europe. The UK chose to allow immediate access to its labor market for citizens of these new EU members, leading to a sharp increase in all immigration, split almost evenly between immigrants from the EU and non-EU countries, including India, Nigeria, China, and Pakistan, alongside asylum seekers from conflict zones like Afghanistan and Syria. Evidence of the increase came from small boat detections, which rose from just 300 in 2018 to 46,000 in 2022, 60% of which were boats holding migrants from Islamic nations of Afghanistan, Albania, and Iran. The number of overall apprehensions for illegal residents in the UK reached 51,000 in 2023, up from a dip of 21,500 in 2020. However, this figure remains below the peak of 64,600 in 2010. As a result of all this, net migration per capita has doubled in the most recent 3 years, from an average of around 0.3% to approximately 0.7%, with the number of migrants up sharply from around 300,000 to a peak of nearly 800,000 in 2022. According to the Migration Observatory at the University of Oxford, as of 2017, between 800,000 and 1.2 million people were living in the UK without a valid residence permit, representing approximately 1.2 to 1.8% of the total population. With all that, according to census data, the percent of the UK's population from non-EU countries reached a peak of 6% in 2018, and overall, the foreign-born population reached 14% in 2021, up from 7% in 1980. We don't have census data for 2022 and 23, but looking at long-term net migration numbers in the recent years, we can assume that these percentages are even higher today. As in other countries, this rise in immigration has happened against a backdrop of declining fertility rates in the UK, down to 1.6 births per woman, well below the required 2.1 replacement rate, bringing a rise in median age within the country from 34 years in 1950 to nearly 40 in 2023. The world's getting older, as we've seen in other contexts. This has increased the reliance of some UK businesses on immigration for employees. As you can see here, the UK's population growth is 0.7% in 2023, but without migration, it would have slowed dramatically from 0.4% in 2011 to just 0.05%, tantamount to zero, in 2023. Over time, these trends weighed heavily in the Brexit election of 2016. They brought an end to the UK's free movement policy and helped fuel these recent riots. The conflict between decelerating population growth and the social unease and conflict brought by immigration shows no signs of abating. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep the conversation going in the comments below. Thanks.